leadership is taking responsibility. Toastmaster Prabodh. Toastmaster Prabodh, leadership is taking responsibility.
How many of you have heard about Amazon? Almost everybody. So Amazon has two major businesses. One is online retailing and another is Amazon Web Services, which is also called as AWS. Now, how many of you are aware of cloud computing? Almost everybody. So Amazon Web Services is inventor, provider and market leader when it comes to cloud computing technologies. Applications which we use in our day-to-day life like Facebook, WhatsApp, email, these applications are developed by a team of software developers. And traditionally, developing any specific application required a lot of upfront investment. Developers had to purchase expensive hardware and software which acted like raw material for developing any particular application. What AWS did smartly was, it took away all this headache from software developers by offering them hardware and software on rent without any upfront commitment. They could also scale up and scale down their hardware and software requirement as per their need. So a single software developer or a big IT firm can rent any piece of hardware or any piece of software for whatever time they want and develop any specific application, and they will be charged only for the time they have been using a specific hardware and software. Like how we use other services of light, electricity, gas. Do we have transformers at our home which generate electricity? No, right? Electricity is generated someplace else. We just have a meter which checks our consumption and we are charged accordingly. Cloud computing did the same thing for IT. And one person who is responsible for this innovation is Andy Jassy. Andy is a pass out from Harvard Business School. He's been with Amazon for 19 years and currently is the CEO of Amazon Web Services. Now, Amazon is a technology company at heart who applied technology to retailing first. And back around 2002-2003, they were expanding real fast. They were hiring a lot of engineers and had a lot of internal software projects. However, these projects were taking way too long to complete, and their internal development teams couldn't keep pace with the growth and expansion of Amazon. Whenever business team used to go to development team for rolling out a new campaign or developing a new product, there was a pushback because of deadlines. Around that time, Andy was working as a shadow to Jeff Bezos, who is the CEO and founder of Amazon. And one fine day, Jeff asked Andy to check out what's the problem. Why are they facing so many internal challenges? And he went to product development teams and started discussing with them. When they said to him, Andy, we know you want us to deliver all these projects within 2 to 3 months. But honestly, our teams are spending 2 to 3 months just to arrange the hardware and software to start your projects. And he also realized that the IT infrastructure which is being used by these development teams are restricted to their own projects and could be extended to other teams for other projects. So they were reinventing the wheel every single time, and that was causing a lot of delay. This was a very interesting realization for Andy. So he teamed up with few engineers and set up a centralized IT infrastructure using which development teams across the organization could access any piece of hardware and software centrally without asking any permission. They could also scale up and scale down their requirement as per their need. And thus laid the foundation of cloud computing. The initial reaction of development team was exhilarating. They were just hooked on to this new way of delivery of hardware and software. The 2 to 3 months required for them to just start their work got reduced to few days, and in some cases, few hours. They were also able to bring down their overall cost of development by 30%. And development teams within Amazon were asking more of this kind of delivery of infrastructure. And he was elated by this internal innovation. And during one meeting with his development teams, he asked them one question. Guys, if we could benefit from this so much, I'm sure there are many other organizations who are looking for similar kind of delivery method for developing their own applications. And that was his Eureka moment. He realized this is a real problem which needs to be addressed. He wasted no time and started writing a 6-page business plan of starting Amazon Web Services, who will be providing cloud computing services to other organizations. While he was writing this plan, his belief and conviction in this idea grew stronger. He somewhere started feeling that cloud computing could be the next big disruption in technology industry. He presented this plan to Jeff Bezos and senior leadership team within Amazon and made an ask of 57 people to start this team. Now Jeff Bezos is known for his crazy bets and for defying odds. He believed in Andy and didn't even blink an eyelid before approving this plan. This gave birth to Amazon Web Services, and rest, as they say, is history. Today, Amazon Web Services annual business revenue is $6 billion. They are growing on an average 50 to 60% and have a highest market share of 31%. Their nearest competitor is Microsoft, with 3 decades experience in technology industry, but just 11% market share. So Andy started this business from zero, with no experience in selling technology to businesses, to $6 billion annual revenue in just 10 years span. And when he started, there were many rational minds in Amazon who thought this will never work. And logically it makes sense, right? Can you think of Snapdeal or Flipkart to manage your company's IT infrastructure? No, right? So Andy took this responsibility all by himself. No one within Amazon had asked Andy to take up this new venture. Nor was this his KRA, nor his increments or promotion within Amazon was dependent on this. And for most of the employees today, if anything which doesn't fall in these 3 buckets, they can't also even think about it, right? But he took this responsibility all by his own, decided to lead this cause, and eventually made a successful business out of it, which changed the world. Don't you think that's what separates leaders from followers? Leaders don't wait for anyone to assign them title of leadership. They are always self-motivated. All the great leaders of past and present never waited for anyone to empower them. They were self-motivated and took 100% responsibility of their people and their mission. How many of you had a brilliant business idea a few years back and today you are seeing a successful business made out of it? The rest of the guys don't know what happened with it. The only reason that business is not your business because you waited for someone else to take responsibility of your idea. Taking responsibility is the first step in starting your leadership journey. It's self-empowering. It makes us believe that help is not coming and only person to help us is we ourselves. We start developing a mindset that we as an individual are capable of changing any outcome, especially when we are working with others, and also improves our affinity towards uncertainties of life. This power of belief is in each one of us. It's just that some people realize it and go on to become great leaders, and some die as followers. Marianne Williamson, a very famous spiritual activist, once said, "Our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's a light, not a darkness, that frightens us." So Andy did his bit and ran a successful business. What's stopping you from running a successful club, running a successful company, or maybe running a successful country? Only one thing: taking responsibility. So my call to action to all you potential leaders is wherever you are, in whichever phase of life, in Toastmasters, at home, at work, never ever give up opportunity to take responsibilities to others. Don't let someone else decide your destiny. And when you make this a habit of taking responsibility in all your life challenges, you truly will arrive as a leader.